Ating lahat. I am Arsenia Sapin and the title of our paper is Characterization of Natural Phenolics from Mango Leaves of Different Varieties for Potential Use as Skincare Bioactive. This is co-authored by Ms. Catherine Ramon, Ms. Ara Gailon, Ms. Fides Tambalo, and Dr. Rodney Perez. We are all from Biotech. So, the mango industry is in the doldrums. The high cost of production but low productivity due to biotic and abiotic forces have diminished the productivity of the business. Numerous programs were started by the stakeholders to save the livelihood of 2.5 million mango farmers. And one initiative is to utilize the leaves, the barks, and other parts of the mango tree to produce high-value products like the natural phenolics, which can be sources of added income for the farmers. What are phenolics? Phenolics are secondary metabolized produced by plants. They can be classified as simple phenols or polyphenols. Simple phenols like caric acid, caffeic acid, and polyphenols like nigipyrin, campherol, quercetin. So they are extremely beneficial to human health. They are known to produce chronic vascular diseases, some types of cancer, diabetes, etc. And these health benefits of phenolic compounds are attributed to their antioxidant activities, for their ability to establish free radicals, for their ability to inhibit oxidative enzymes, and their ability to prevent DNA damage, all of which are precursors of degenerative diseases. Let's take a look at the cosmetics industry. The cosmetics industry is going natural. The return to nature trend in the cosmetic industry is accompanied by a booming interest in natural phenolics because of their beneficial biological properties related to skin protection. So with this scenario, with the aim of helping the mango farmers and hoping to provide alternative ingredient for the cosmetics industry, we conducted this study with the objective of mango leaves, with the objective of determining the properties of the phenolics from mango leaves and evaluate their potential as skincare bioactive. Our source of our mango leaves is a farm in San Miguel, Bulacan. They have 1,350 mango trees. 90% are Caracal variety, and the 10% is consisted of other varieties like apple mango, sinaging, pico, kahutan. And as shown in this picture, yung po si Dr. Rodney sa kanan. We collected our leaves, dried them, and then extract the natural phenolics by a solvent-assisted extraction process, the details of which are presented in one of our posters downstairs. So, this is our results. The total phenolic content of matured mango leaves range from 75 to 100 milligram gallic acid equivalent per gram. And they are higher than the other processing waste we work on, like calamansi peel, aubadhas, durian peel. And it is similar to another source from mango, which is mango seed, with 90 milligram gallic acid equivalent per gram total polyphenols. We also take a look on the difference of phenolics in matured and young leaves. Interestingly, we found out that the young leaves contain 40% more total polyphenols than the matured ones. So, magaling po talaga yung mas bata. So, at saka, yun po pala yung kailangan, kaya dapat talbos yung kukuhanin natin mga dahon. So we analyzed the extract by HPLC to see what phenolic compounds can be found. So we found nigipyrin, which is a polyphenol, gallic acid, quercetin, and campherol. The most dominant is nigipyrin, which is what is also reported in literatures. We again compare the phenolic compounds in matured and young, and generally there are more phenolic compounds in young leaves. So what are the characteristics of the mango leaves phenolics? First is the free radicals scavenging activity. We all know that free radicals are bad news. So when we are exposed to sunlight, free radicals are produced in our skin via photosensitization mechanisms. And when free radicals are in the skin, they can attack the cell, disrupting cell metabolism, resulting in death of skin cells, and sometimes even cancer. So, phenolics can help protect our skin from free radicals because they are good free radical scavengers, better than ascorbic acid. Based on the EC50 values, so another way of evaluating their capacity is by EC50 values. EC50 is the concentration that can scavenge free radicals by 50%. So the lower the EC50, the better, because it means it is more potent. So we can see from this data that the EC50 value of the phenolics from 5 mango leaves varieties range from 10.81 to 15, while ascorbic acid is 19.85. So truly, they are better free radical scavengers than ascorbic acid. So again, kinumpare uli namin yung bata at matanda, and we can see that they are again better free radical scavengers than the mature ones. So, to shed light on this observation, we also determine the free radical scavenging activity of the pure compounds, what we saw in the HPLC. And among them, gallic acid is the best free radical scavenger. Other phenolic compounds like quercetin, mangiferin, chlorphenol had lower EC50 values because based on literature, they say that phenolics work better when they are acting together than when using CB. So this is the copper reduction antioxidant capacity. So copper reduction antioxidant capacity is also related to the production of free radicals because redox active metals like copper and iron also produce free radicals when they are involved in redox reactions. So to prevent production of free radicals, you reduce the metal ions. So this data again shows that the phenolics from the mango leaves of the different varieties are better metal reducers than ascorbic acid. Based on their EC50 values, they have very low EC50 values, 7.7 against 23 of ascorbic. They are almost 3 times better metal reducers than ascorbic acid. Between young and matured ones, this time there's little difference in their copra activity. The copra of ito yung young and there's the EC50, very little difference. So the copra of pure compounds, again, gallic acid is a better metal reducer, but other polyphenols also exhibit moderate copper reducing activity. Elastase inhibition. So elastase inhibition is very important for skincare ingredient because elastase is the enzyme that degrades elastin. Elastin is the foundation, the structural matrix of our skin. So if elastin is degraded, they form wrinkles. Okay? So it is very important that our cosmetic products have elastase inhibitory activity. So fortunately, the phenolics from 5 mango varieties are good elastase inhibitors. Based on the EC50 value, very low EC50 value, especially the one from Ampol mango with 2.64 microgram GAP. We compare this with tocopherol, vitamin E. And I wasn't able to determine the IC50 of tocopherol because I increased the concentration 10 times. And yet I wasn't able to get elastase inhibition by 50%. So, indeed, tocopherol is not a good elastase inhibitor. Okay, between young and old again, the phenolics from young leaves are almost twice better elastase inhibitors than the mature ones. Tyrosinase inhibition. Tyrosinase naman, sila yung nagkakos ng production, formation ng pigment sa skin. So, if we are exposed to sunlight, there is faster production of tyrosinase in the skin. So, kaya tayo mas bumibitin pala kapag na-expose sa araw because of faster production of tyrosinase. So, again, tyrosinase inhibitors should be present in sunblocks, mga sunscreen products para mag-prevent tayo for meeting. Okay. So the manganese phenolics from the 5 varieties are not better than kojic acid, unfortunately. Pero sabi nila, using kojic acid have some side effects. So it's still better to use natural tyrosinase inhibitors. They are similar with the ascorbic acid as far as tyrosinase inhibition is concerned. So, between young and mango leaves again, at again talaga mas maganda yung mga mas bata. So, the tyrosinase inhibition of pure compounds, you can see that truly all the polyphenols have tyrosinase inhibitory activity as well. So in summary, the phenolics from mango leaves of different varieties showed promising future in the cosmetic industry owing to its good antioxidant properties that will protect the skin from photo-induced damages. Mango leaves phenolics are good elastase and tyrosinase inhibitors and can be potential anti-wrinkle and skin whitening agents in cosmetics. Thank you po sa bar. Thank you very much, please.
Thank you po, Ms. Sapin. Any questions for Ma'am Sapin? Baka po meron na kayong product, ma'am, na nadala. Meron na daw po. Gusto niyo po bang i-share kung ano po?
Actually, meron na po kami yung product. Although hindi po galing sa leaves, galing po sa seed phenolics po. Meron na po kami mga sunscreen products na ready for market. Opo, mango seed phenolics.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? Yes, please, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm just curious, maybe I missed it. When you say young and mature leaves, did you sample like different stages of the leaf, the mango?
Ang amin pong indication dito, yung young leaves, yung talagang very light in color. Yung matured ones, yung green na matigas. Tapos yung young leaves namin, very light in color at saka soft. Para sa mga puno, yung mga talbos na ganyan. So yun yung aming basis. Nasa green yan at saka old. Sa kulay at saka sa
Sorry. So you didn't do the stage by stage, like just two different distinct young and old.
Oo, doon lang. Kasi sabi namin sa mga farmers na aming katulong sa pagkuha, sir, gusto po namin bakit po ibang kulay nito? Sabi, yan yung mga young. Yung bago pa lang sila tumutubo. Pag nag-prune daw sila kasi yung lumalabas after pruning, may iba talaga yung kulay. Very light in color.
Okay, thank you po, ma'am. Abangan natin yung product nyo galing sa Young Mango Leaves. Okay. Salamat
Ating lahat. I am Arsenia Sapin and the title of our paper is Characterization of Natural Phenolics from Mango Leaves of Different Varieties for Potential Use as Skincare Bioactive. This is co-authored by Ms. Catherine Rahon, Ms. Ara Gailon, Ms. Fides Tambalo, and Dr. Rodney Perez. We are all from Biotech. So, the mango industry is in the doldrums. The high cost of production but low productivity due to biotic and abiotic forces have diminished the productivity of the business. Numerous programs were started by the stakeholders to save the livelihood of 2.5 million mango farmers. And one initiative is to utilize the leaves, the barks, and other parts of the mango tree to produce high-value products like the natural phenolics, which can be sources of added income for the farmers. What are phenolics? Phenolics are secondary metabolized produced by plants. They can be classified as simple phenols or polyphenols. Simple phenols like garlic acid, caffeic acid, and polyphenols like ningiferin, camphor, quercetin. So they are extremely beneficial to human health. They are known to produce chronic vascular diseases, some types of cancer, diabetes, etc. And these health benefits of phenolic compounds are attributed to their antioxidant activities, for their ability to establish free radicals, for their ability to inhibit oxidative enzymes, and their ability to prevent DNA damage, all of which are precursors of degenerative diseases. Let's take a look at the cosmetics industry. The cosmetics industry is going natural. The return to nature trend in the cosmetic industry is accompanied by a booming interest in natural phenolics because of their beneficial biological properties related to skin protection. So with this scenario, with the aim of helping the mango farmers and hoping to provide alternative ingredient for the cosmetics industry, we conducted this study with the objective of with this study on mango leaves, with the objective of determining the properties of the phenolics from mango leaves and evaluate their potential as skincare bioactive. Our source of our mango leaves is a farm in San Miguel, Bulacan. They have 1,350 mango trees. 90% are Carabao variety, and the 10% is consisted of other varieties like apple mango, sinaging, pico, kahutan. And as shown in this picture, ayun po si Dr. Rodney sa kanan. We collected our leaves, dried them, and then extract the natural phenolics by a solvent-assisted extraction process, the details of which are presented in one of our posters downstairs. So, this is our results. The total phenolic content of matured mango leaves range from 75 to 100 milligram gallic acid equivalent per gram. And they are higher than the other processing waste we work on, like calamansi peel, aubadhas, durian peel. And it is similar to another source from mango, which is mango seed, with 90 milligram gallic acid equivalent per gram total polyphenols. We also take a look on the difference of phenolics in matured and young leaves. Interestingly, we found out that the young leaves contain 40% more total polyphenols than the matured ones. So, magaling po talaga yung mas bata. So, at saka, yun po pala yung kailangan, kaya dapat talbos yung kukuhanin natin mga dahon. So we analyzed the extract by HPLC to see what phenolic compounds can be found. So we found ningiferin, which is a polyphenol, gallic acid, quercetin, and camphorol. The most dominant is ningiferin, which is what is also reported in literatures. We again compare the phenolic compounds in matured and young, and generally there are more phenolic compounds in young leaves. So what are the characteristics of the mango leaves phenolics? First is the free radical scavenging activity. We all know that free radicals are bad news. So when we are exposed to sunlight, free radicals are produced in our skin via photosensitization mechanisms. And when free radicals are in the skin, they can attack the cell, disrupting cell metabolism, resulting in death of skin cells, and sometimes even cancer. So, phenolics can help protect our skin from free radicals because they are good free radical scavengers, better than ascorbic acid. Based on the EC50 values, so another way of evaluating their capacity is by EC50 values. EC50 is the concentration that can scavenge free radicals by 50%. So the lower the EC50, the better, because it means it is more potent. So we can see from this data that the EC50 value of the phenolics from 5 mango leaves varieties range from 10.81 to 15, while ascorbic acid is 19.85. So truly, they are better free radical scavengers than ascorbic acid. So again, kinumpare uli namin yung bata at matanda, and we can see that they are again better free radical scavengers than the mature ones. So, to shed light on this observation, we also determine the free radical scavenging activity of the pure compounds, what we saw in the HPLC. And among them, gallic acid is the best free radical scavenger. Other phenolic compounds like quercetin, mangiferin, chlorphenol had lower EC50 values because based on literature, they say that phenolics work better when they are acting together than when using CB. So this is the copper reduction antioxidant capacity. So copper reduction antioxidant capacity is also related to the production of free radicals because redox active metals like copper and iron also produce free radicals when they are involved in redox reactions. So to prevent production of free radicals, you reduce the metal ions. So this data again shows that the phenolics from the mango leaves of the different varieties are better metal reducers than ascorbic acid. Based on their EC50 values, they have very low EC50 values, 7.7 against 23 of ascorbic. They are almost 3 times better metal reducers than ascorbic acid. Between young and matured ones, this time there's little difference in their co-crack activity. The co-crack of ito yung young and there's the EC50, very little difference. So the co-crack of pure compounds, again, gallic acid is a better metal reducer, but other polyphenols also exhibit moderate copper reducing activity. Elastase inhibition. So elastase inhibition is very important for CTR ingredient because elastase is the enzyme that degrades elastin. Elastin is the foundation, the structural matrix of our skin. So if elastin is degraded, they form wrinkles. Okay? So it is very important that our cosmetic products have elastase inhibitor activity. So fortunately, the phenolics from mango varieties are good elastase inhibitors. Based on the EC50 value, very, very low EC50 value, especially the one from Ampol mango with 2.64 microgram GAP. We compare this with tocopherol, vitamin E. And I wasn't able to determine the IC50 of tocopherol because I increased the concentration 10 times. And yet I wasn't able to get elastase inhibition by 50%. So indeed, tocopherol is not a good elastase inhibitor. Okay, between young and old again, The phenolics from young leaves are almost twice better elastase inhibitors than the mature ones. Tyrosinase inhibition. Tyrosinase naman, sila yung nagkakos ng production, formation ng pigment sa skin. So, if we are exposed to sunlight, there is faster production of tyrosinase in the skin. So, kaya tayo mas bumibiti pala kapag na-expose sa araw because of faster production of tyrosinase. So, again, tyrosinase inhibitors should be present in sunblocks, mga sunscreen products para mag-prevent tayo for meeting. Okay. So the manganese phenolics from the 5 varieties are not better than kojic acid, unfortunately. Pero sabi nila, using kojic acid have some side effects. So it's still better to use natural tyrosinase inhibitors. They are similar with ascorbic acid as far as tyrosinase inhibition is concerned. So, between young and mango leaves again, again talaga mas maganda yung mga mas bata. So, the tyrosinase inhibition of pure compounds, you can see that through all the polyphenols have tyrosinase inhibitory activity as well. So, in summary, the phenolics from mango leaves of different varieties showed promising future in the cosmetic industry owing to its good antioxidant properties that will protect the skin from foliar-induced damages. Mango leaves phenolics are good elastase and tyrosinase inhibitors and can be potential anti-wrinkle and skin whitening agents in cosmetics. Thank you po sa bar. Thank you very much, please.
Thank you po, Ms. Sapin. Any questions for Ma'am Sapin? Baka po meron na kayong product, ma'am, na nadala. Meron na daw po. Gusto niyo po bang i-share kung ano po?
Actually, meron na po kami yung product. Although hindi po galing sa leaves, galing po sa seed phenolics po. Meron na po kami mga sunscreen products na ready for market. Opo, mango seed phenolics.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? Yes, please, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm just curious, maybe I missed it. When you say young and mature leaves, did you sample like different stages of the leaf, the map?
Ang amin pong indication dito, yung young leaves, yung talagang very light in color. Yung matured ones, yung green na matigas. Tapos yung young leaves namin, very light in color at saka soft. Para sa mga puno, yung mga talbos na ganyan. So yun yung aming basis. Nasabihin niya at saka old. Sa kulay at saka sa
Sorry. So you did do the stage by stage, like just two different distinct, young and old.
Oo, doon lang. Kasi sabi namin sa mga farmers na aming katulong sa pagkuha, sir, gusto po namin bakit po ibang kulay nito? Sabi, yan yung mga young. Yung bago pa lang sila tumutubo. Pag nag-prune daw sila kasi, yung lumalabas after pruning, may iba talaga yung kulay. Very light in color.
Okay, thank you po, ma'am. Abangan natin yung product nyo galing sa Young Mango Leaves. Okay. Salamat.